paper magic will survive like the heat death of the universe, and will...
Oh, it's a smuggler's copter. Would you like to crew this? And then it crashes because they don't understand arithmetic.
All your cards belong to me.
2 minutes into macing him in the eyeballs, I switched to pepper spray. He's like, yeah, it's all right, refreshing. And went back to the mace.
Magic is dying. I'm done. Selling everything.
I might be a hoarder. And yes,
I don't have the crayons or glue to explain this to you right now.
What, are you gonna die twice?
Oil will be worthless before magic cards will.
well, okay, Dr. Man.
That's Mr. Dr. Professor Jason.
Pretty young guitar.
What did you just... What was that? Just sipping a... Okay.
Daintily sipping. What are you daintily sipping?
You've never had these? This is in the podcast, right? This has to be like our cold open.
Oh yeah, I've already poured the beer, so like we're started the podcast now, and you can tell
These
everyone
are like,
what that is.
I think these are Japanese. It's like a yogurt soda. They're the most delicious thing on earth. The ingredients in order are water, high fructose corn syrup, sugar, and then a bunch of other chemicals. It's fine.
Yeah,
they have bacteria.
high fructose corn syrup wasn't the problem. You said yogurt soda.
Well, so it's delicious. I don't know what to say. It's delicious. It's got good bacteria for your gut, and it tastes like candy.
Ew.
Buy them at your local Asian grocer. I got this at H Mart.
What's it called?
Happy yogurt flavored soda, or flavored soft drink, but happy is spelled with an I instead of a second P and a Y.
People are gonna think that counts as a pitch. This wasn't a pitch.
It's not a pitch. I just love this
No, but
stuff.
like people are gonna be like, you guys pitch too much.
Well, they can suck it. They can suck on Happy yogurt flavored soft drink by the Happy Melee Company.
Will
Not
it
a
make
pitch.
them happy with an eye to it?
I mean, it'll make their gut bacteria healthier, and
Yeah.
they'll have a delicious treat.
We don't
Plus
talk
the yogurt
enough
soda.
About, we don't talk enough about gut bacteria as a society.
We don't.
I agree.
We're an
I agree.
Activia podcast now. Oh my god! What if we got sponsored by Activia, and we got to meet Jamie Lee Curtis?
That's what I was thinking.
Is that a
You think Jamie Lee
Pokemon?
Curtis would play a set of Melty Blood with me?
Oh, for sure. Could I tell her that she was in the worst sex scene in cinema history? It was her and Clancy Brown in the 90s.
What the?
He was like licking her face. It was the least sexy thing. He like literally made the noise like "ma" when he opened his mouth.
Welcome to Brainstorm
Clancy
Brewery,
Brown,
everybody.
imagine that. Mr. Krabs.
Welcome to Brainstorm Brewery. We are fully off the rails. As you can tell, we have everyone here
This
tonight.
should be a movie podcast.
We got Jason Alt there, myself, Corbin Hostler, Douglas DJ Johnson, and we have Cass joining us, Devoted Druid, on Twitter as always. So welcome to the show. How you doing tonight, Cass?
I'm doing all right.
We know how Jason's doing. DJ, how's your...
I want this to be a movie podcast.
Yeah, we hear you, buddy. DJ, what are you up to?
I have been binging the latest Pokemon game now that my wife and I got it together. I waited till her birthday present to get her own Switch.
Is it buggy? That's all I hear.
There's some bug Pokemon in it for sure.
Yeah, I mean, every game has bug Pokemon in it. Like, you can get a little tarantula thing. You can get a little, like, dude that looks like a Power Ranger.
I do like bug Pokemon.
He doesn't look like a Power Ranger. He looks like Kamen Rider.
I don't like when you do this, DJ, because you combined like
Too soon, by
the
the way.
length of the delivery of a terrible joke with a pun. So it's like a lot of setup for a pun is never worth it. It feels bad.
What would you
On the other
describe what
hand-
you're doing, Jason?
Oh, I'm filibustering this podcast.
Okay, thank you.
This isn't a joke. This is serious business.
Jason's pick of the week is actually Azor's Elocutors. Lock it in now.
My
That's a
Ruko
deep
picked that
cut,
card.
deep
It's
cut right
36
there.
cents. It was above my threshold to pick.
I like that. Well, this is all just a prelude.
We
to...
need somebody's like with their bingo card, like slow down. Jason interrupted and DJ talked about his sorting machine. Those are the corner squares on our bingo card.
Corbin tries to
center
move
one is
on, gets interrupted repeatedly.
The center square is just Big Cup.
I don't have any ice cream tonight. Sorry, team.
Do you have corn?
Is
that
that on a fridge?
Where the corn is out. Sorry.
Was that in the episode,
listen,
or are
I
the
think
corn
we-
references just
I
after
think
hours?
the corn references are after hours, but I could be wrong.
Well, if you don't understand the corn references and why the four of us are laughing, go to patreon.com/BSB.
That is where you would go. But
It's
everyone,
$20 per month.
welcome in to the show. Wavecast on. We're going to talk about
Corbin.
M30. What?
Corbin, how much is it per episode if it's $20 per month?
Is it $4 or $5?
Yeah, well, why would you interrupt me before I could say that?
Because we were pitching so hard, man.
I told you that this is going to be the episode where people unsubscribe because of all the pitches. Send me a beer. Now I'm going to behave myself and we're going to move on.
Okay. It's fine that we're not talking about Magic because Magic is dead.
That's
Magic
true.
killed Magic today
Magic
by
killed Magic,
releasing,
yes.
and I'm saying this in SpongeBob meme font, $1,000 proxies.
$1,000 proxy later.
But, DJ, have you considered that only 9 copies sold in Singapore in 39 minutes? Have you not considered that speaks to the entire market across the world?
It's
Singapore,
crazy.
more like Soldapore. Thank you.
It's crazy how this product costs $1,000 and yet WotC is just not collecting any money from rent in people's heads.
If they had charged $99 for the product, they would have gotten $8 to $10 billion in revenue, according to a Twitter user.
I saw that tweet.
We sound like WotC shills right now. Because, listen, we don't have to like the product to think that your bad takes about it are funny. It's possible for everyone to be wrong about this product.
That is the correct thing to point out. Yeah.
The only winning move is not to play.
I saw so many people tweeting about not buying it. Look at me. I'm not tweeting about it. I'm not buying a lot of things right now. I do it all the time. I'm not buying a lot of things just in this moment.
I saw an unironic one that was someone reported on how long it took him to get through the line, and people were replying with, "Are we winning? Are we doing it?" Like genuinely asking if they had been loud enough on Twitter
if
to
their
stop people from
boycott
buying.
was working.
Yeah, to buy them. And they're like, "Are we winning?" And I'm like, and I was just like, this is where we're at, though. This is the commentaries. You have a very motivated and vocal section of the fan base mobilizing against Wizards of the Coast. Something has gone wrong here, whether all sides can be wrong for sure, but something has gone wrong.
But like the Venn diagram of everybody that is mad at Magic 30 wants to abolish the reserved list. Like a Venn diagram's just a circle. So that's the crazy thing to me. Right? Like the only thing I don't like about the product is that I feel like they're playing just the tip with the reserved list, and everybody who wants the reserved list gone loves this or hates this product so much. It doesn't
that
make
part
any
was
sense
your
to
chance
me.
to be wrong about the reserve list. Like,
True.
but we've gone over that already. I'm just looking at this thing on my other monitor here. The Supreme Clay Brick. It's $165 right now. I'm not buying it, and I'm not tweeting. It's crazy. You can just do that for free. It's not even $8. Like,
yeah, but I won't pretend that I don't post a picture of Conway West's stupid shoes and be like, these are $1,900. I do shit like that, so people are just trying to dunk, but like
DJ,
they're invested in Magic not doing bad ideas and going bankrupt like all of Kanye's companies.
Did DJ look up the price of a brick?
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
For a bit.
I've
What a
been
random
eyeballing a
thing to look up.
$2,000 salad bowl recently.
$2,000 salad bowl?
Yeah, it's
Is
made by
that
a
a
famous
sexual
artist.
thing?
No, it's not. It's not a sexual thing. I promise. No, it's
A
like it's done by, like,
$2,000 salad bowl. Hang on, let me look that up on Urban Dictionary.
it's done by like a famous
Dude,
like,
third date, she did the $2,000 salad bowl.
all I got was the $4.50 salad bowl.
I
Not
was thinking
premium.
it would be more like the salad bowl was the noun, and then the modifier in front of it was just how much it costs, you know?
Is that how Elliot Spitzer got caught? He's like, how much for a salad bowl? And she's like, for the 5th time, I'm a prostitute, Mr. Spitzer. I know who you are. I watch C-SPAN. Why are you talking about a salad bowl? You guys remember Elliot Spitzer?
No.
He was like
Yes,
900 sex
I do.
scandals ago. I couldn't think of a more recent example.
I was gonna say you couldn't have just gone with like my governor. Like,
I know. I feel like a road comic's still doing like Monica Lewinsky jokes in 2022.
all right, let's get back to Magic for a minute. DJ, how long? We do need to talk about Magic 30. You put up a tweet about how long it took for them to take sales down. What was the context of when it went live, and what we saw?
So the product was available to purchase via Wizards. It wasn't even a secret lair site. It was like a website store designed for the product, which is a little weird. But it was available to buy on that site for roughly 39 minutes from noon Eastern Standard Time until 39 minutes after that. And then the product was unavailable for purchase. And there is a lot of debate as to whether the product either sold out or whether they thought it was doing... There's a lot of debate as to whether the product sold out or if they thought it was doing poorly, so they took it down, or if they were only selling a certain amount of or they had like a certain threshold where they're like, okay, we're going to sell this much and then we'll take it down. There's a lot of open-ended debate about like what that means and how many units were sold. But I think the only real takeaway here is that none of us know exactly what that means. I think there were a lot of armchair economists who were proudly espouting their extreme business knowledge. I mean, like we mentioned earlier, with the $7 to $10 billion expectation or whatever for the if you had sold this product for this much, you would have made this much money. And I have a big graph here that shows that. But I honestly just think that like the product was available to buy for the people who liked it. If you didn't like it, that's okay, and that's fine, and Magic will continue to do Magic things.
Yeah, here's the tweet from
Did you
Wizards.
say espouting?
Yeah. Did I use that correctly in the right
No.
context?
Espousing.
It's a portmanteau of espousing and
Spouting.
spouting.
Yeah.
Which I kind of dig. I'm into some
Yeah, I'm into
portmanteau
it.
action.
Okay.
So here's the tweet from Wizards that has fueled the conspiracy theories. They tweeted, the 30th anniversary edition sale is concluded, and the product is currently unavailable for purchase. Thanks to everyone who joined us today. Please reach out to customer service, blah, 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 if you have issues.
So currently unavailable
so instead of
for
saying,
purchase.
yeah, instead of they've sold out, they're unavailable for purchase.
I want to explain why this is. And like it's a super obvious answer, and obviously everyone's just like, let's fucking put on our tinfoil hats and drum some conspiracy theories, but like this stuff's gonna be for sale in LGSs in a couple weeks. If they say the product's sold out, customers will not have the expectation that they can go to their favorite friendly local game store and give them $200 to $700 for a booster pack of this.
Also true.
Right? Like,
yeah.
It's not like some, well, they had to carefully choose their words so that people thought it didn't sell out so they can spike the price later. No, they're just literally setting customer expectations. And if I'm wrong, fine, whatever. But like, it's a very obvious, easy answer.
And so I'm not an expert in, I guess, drop style stuff. I mean, clearly I had to look up the price of the Supreme Brick. I'm not an expert in StockX. But I don't know the validity or how often a drop style product will just be taken down because it's not doing well. Like, I would assume they would still want to like have some amount of sales happen over the next like 24-hour cycle or something.
I think
I understand that it's a sharp drop off, but like
right. Most drops like this tend to not have that issue where they have to worry about taking it down because it actually does just sell out.
Sure.
Excuse me. Or like nothing Supreme lasts on their marketplace for more than 10 minutes because there are so many people who want it, so many botters, right?
Yes.
I assume that there are enough sickos with a lot of money in this industry that there's a reasonable chance it actually did get bought out. And there's also a reasonable chance that WotC is trying to just there is a small chance that they're saving some to sell later. I do not think that it would perform so poorly that they would pull it down.
I agree.
Could you imagine being the person who has to go into a shareholder meeting and be like, hey guys, so our product that was really controversial did really bad, and so we pulled it down to save some embarrassment.
Well, how long did you give it to sell out? Oh, 39 minutes.
Also,
it didn't all disappear in 39 minutes, so we our pants and pulled the plug.
Yeah,
There's no
also,
way that happened,
what's
right?
the embarrassment? Like, it's like, was Twitter going to be harder on you if it was available for 24 hours instead of 4 hours? Like, what's the actual downside? They don't care. I'm telling you, they don't care. I tend to agree that it's sold out. However, by wording it that way, they are reserving the right to sell it again.
Yeah, and we're going to see this being given away
or something.
We're going to see this being given away at Magic conventions next year, like we did in Vegas. A real annoying part for me was I saw some people saying, if you use these in your commander deck, I'm going to mock you. Not everyone bought it. Some people just got it for free.
Yeah.
Also, like, isn't the Magic community's whole thing, like, we shouldn't bully people, everyone should be included?
Yeah.
Like, that's like a whole talking point.
Yes.
And, like, okay, I'm gonna touch on this. Just because you don't like something doesn't mean you can say it is morally wrong.
That's a hot
Let's
take
just,
for
like, have
Twitter.
that as a blanket statement.
That's a
You
hot
just
take
got
for
blocked
Twitter.
by a bunch of people with a hammer and sickle PFP.
That's fine. That's my rant, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I got DMs from people who were in the cosplay contest who were like, oh, this is really cool. I opened a Tundra, and I get to put it in my commander deck. And if you sit down with that person, if you sit down with my friend, and you're like, give them a side eye for using something that they got from a cosplay contest because you think they're this billionaire that spent a bunch of money on it, like, just sort yourself out.
What at the end of the day, after all the Twitter pontificating is over, and I saw way less of it because I took Twitter off of my phone for my mental health, and you should too. All the Twitter pontificating, at the end of the day, everybody just didn't buy the product who wasn't going to buy it, and did buy the product who was going to buy it. And as much as I don't like this product in particular, I think that for 3 decades, Wizards of the Coast failed to undercharge the whales. There was a lot of opportunity there, and they didn't even notice when they did that premium commander gift box thing they did one time with like 5 new foils.
Oh, Commander
Arsenal? Yeah.
And they put a huge price tag on it. It was like over $100, and everyone's like, "Ugh." And then like it's sold out, and everyone's like, I wish I'd gotten to buy one, even though I said I would never buy it.
Do you remember
Like, it was the same thing then. It's just another product like that. They just haven't ever charged the whales enough, and they have not found the limit of what whales will spend. And if it's not whales, it's botters trying to flip this because they don't understand Magic. There's a lot of reasons why there would be enough people waiting in line to buy this, and it's, I don't know, it just ignore it, I guess, because you ignore everything else you don't want to buy. I don't know.
Do you remember the Eldraine Premium Collection, or whatever it was called?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I ask people that regularly, and they're just like, I've never heard of that product. But at the time, it was like the end of the world. They're like...
Because the product on it, he's like, the binder's not that good, even. Yeah.
It's like, whatever, man. Companies make garbage that's overpriced all the time.
Yep. It was the Eldraine collector thingy, and it was $400 or something,
Yeah.
and it came with a cool Garruk.
It came with like a booster box worth of collector packs, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus a binder. There's
There was
something
some
weird
other
about it. It was
stuff,
like
too.
4x4 or something.
Yeah.
It looked like a storybook.
All right, well, hey, we got the Magic 30 vitriol out of our system. Let's hope.
Did
to
we have
never
any vitriol? I don't know. I have no
I just hope-
vitriol.
I hope to never have to talk about it again. I'll say that. All right, next up, it is time for everyone's favorite game, the one that I dominate weekly, but we let the rest of the team play along anyway. Breaking Bulk.
Breaking bulk time. Breaking bulk time. Break.
Oh, yeah, Breaking Bulk. There's so much good stuff.
It's a pick. Breaking bulk. The end.
I have an Alliance's green uncommon.
Nature's Lore. No, Nature's
No.
Chosen.
No. Neither of those.
The thing that the creature on taps for 0.
I know what card you're referring to, and I'm saying no.
Is it a monkey card?
No.
No one knows what's in that set.
I know what.
Oh, Corbin, you're an
Alliances?
expert, though. You're an
Is it Bounty of the Wild Hunt?
No, Cass. You dominated this.
Oh no, that was uncommon. It was in the cycle with Force of Will.
every week.
Bounty of the Hunt, not Bounty of the Wild.
You dominate at this game, Corbin.
Oh, it is Bounty of the Hunt?
No.
Oh, good. And it's not monkey related.
This card was 25 cents until it hard spiked in early 2021 to $1.83, and now it crests at around $1.
And it's not the thing that untaps a creature for 0.
It is not that. It is a creature itself, actually. And
Oh.
The reason it is expensive might be really stupid.
I don't think that's the right use of the word crest.
Deadly insect? I don't know.
I don't know alliances well enough.
I
Is it
do
Auroch?
know alliances, but
Nope.
like I can't name too many green creatures from that set. Is it Keza?
Nope.
No, that card's like
Good
actually
guess,
Keza's
isn't
rare,
it?
right? And
That
that's
is
why
a
it's on the
rare, but that
reserve
is a
list.
good guess.
I don't know
Yeah.
what's in this set because this is not a real set.
I don't know the rarities of anything.
Okay, this is specifically the female version of Elvish Ranger.
Elvish Ranger.
Yeah, no, yep. That tracks.
Yeah, that
The tickle bitty
response tone is correct. The
it's kinda
art
gross.
and artist of this card are
Right? Double canceled.
an interesting art choice, I guess is the best way to put it.
It's the most sapphic Magic card ever.
Oh yeah.
You can
She's like, I
probably
just
guess.
love cis women. We get it, Therese. Jesus Christ.
You can you can probably guess why the card spiked early last year, as people frantically ran for their Earthbinds and their other what is it, Essence Vortex, the blue-white card.
The people went to grab their breast cards.
Yes. And so this one's $1, and
It's gross.
it's a 3/1. It's a 3-mana 4/1 vanilla creature that is an elf. There is no gameplay reason that this is valuable, but
That's a reasonable attacker.
yeah.
Sure. All right, I'll follow up.
Deadly
with an
Insect had.
I'm going to follow up with an
Shroud.
old card here.
It's a real card.
I'm going to give you all a White Scourge uncommon.
Daru Warchief?
It is Daru Warchief.
Sure.
It was a
the
good
only
guess. It's the Soldier Lord from.
If it wasn't Daru Warchief, I had no idea. That was a Hail
Astral
Mary.
Slide.
No.
That's Onslaught, isn't it?
Oh, it's Onslaught. Yeah, you're right.
There actually is no other white uncommon worth anything in the set, DJ. So, yeah, you would have been in trouble for sure. But yeah, it's Daru Warchief. It's spiked recently with soldiers. Don't know why, but hey, lords
Because,
are good. Who knew?
don't know why.
because they printed a card that says
Well,
equip a
listen,
soldier.
I understand. What I'm saying is, like, there's not any. It's not like this is going to take over any commander things. This isn't the next big thing. It's just one of those yearly something old gets propped up by something new.
No,
In this
didn't
case,
get
it's
propped
soldiers.
Up, though, really. This was people buying speculatively when they released when Morrow did the thing that said equips a soldier.
There you go. All right, Daru Warchief from Scourge.
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 We gotta say it. We gotta exaggerate it every time. It's become like the Borat of this cast because he never said my wife. He was just like my wife, but everybody else has just spent like the last 10 years.
Every
since
time the
movie
fish
came
gets
out.
a little bigger. Like...
Yeah, exactly. So now it's my wife. And so on this cast, it's a Scourge.
Jason, what do you have this week?
Oh man, I have got potentially 3. I don't know if this one's too easy because like as soon as DJ got Daru Warchief in a second, I realized there's only one green uncommon in Gatecrash. So like,
Alpha Authority.
Alpha Authority is probably not a good pick. So instead, I want a green uncommon from Core Set 2020.
Green uncommon from Core Set 2020.
That's
Season of Growth.
Garruk's card draw enchantment.
Oh, Corbin got it before Douglas Johnson. That's right. It's Season of Growth. There were a lot of these. Okay, so here's the deal. Kibo Uktabi Prince in Jumpstart is going to be quite the meme commander. They're looking for another Chatterfang. And Kibo looks like a lot of fun. So not only people buying like weird, old, terrible apes like Tree Monkey and Scrounging Bandar, they're buying like banana counter shenanigans stuff like Viridian Revel. So like Kibo is the number 1 right now, and I predict unless something really solid comes out, Kibo could be the number 1. And then you're looking at something like what was his name? Spooky Bones or whatever, the dumb
Spooky
Tiny
Bones?
Bones.
Tiny Bones. I like Spooky Bones better.
Spooky
Spooky Bones is way better.
Spooky Bones
Yeah,
sounds like
when
a
Tiny
slur.
Bones just kind of like, there's one way to build this Spooky Bones.
Wow. All right.
I was way off. So when something like that happens, I think Kibo will be the number one. And you saw old Spooky Bones, as he likes to be called, make something like Bottomless Pit go from 13 cents to $13 overnight. And then back down to like $2, sure. But like, if you're holding on to Viridian Revel or, Uktabi Orangutan, perhaps, or, something like that. There's some weird... I thought for sure the Alliances card DJ was talking about was Nature's Chosen, because Kibo's another card, or another deck where you want tappy, untappy type stuff. And Nature's Chosen and Instill Energy are both picks on that basis.
Sure.
What was a green... It was a green-white commander that did something that tapped and that made Nature's Chosen and Instill Energy go up.
Selvala?
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah.
So anytime something like that happens, like when those prices go back down, if it goes back up again, you're not going to have everybody be like, oh, I have 3 copies of Nature's Chosen just in a box somewhere. Because when that hit, $5 and it was $2.50 on buy lists before it went back down to $1. If buy lists are paying $2.50 for a card you got in bulk, you're going to go and pull those out and sell them. But those copies don't exist anymore if it goes up a second time. So not only do I think Kibo is going to be the number one, I think it's going to re-buoy a bunch of stuff and give some stuff second spikes that that weren't going to get it. And those second spikes hit way harder because nobody's got those cards in bulk. The only people who have got them are the dealers, and then there's nowhere to go but TCGPlayer and ramp the price back up. So what I like to do is go to EDH Rec and see basically all the unique cards that are being played in the Kibo deck and kind of keep an eye out for some of that stuff, because people haven't started building this deck yet en masse, but I think when Jumpstart comes out, they will, and then you'll want to be holding on to stuff like Primitive Justice from Alliances, stuff like that. That's pretty specific to this deck because, what else is going to spike monkey stuff? Nothing. So this is your one chance for monkey business. And that's how I get in an EDH rant during Breaking Bulk.
Good for you. I'm happy for you.
You guys didn't give me a segment, so I made a segment.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Cass, was that rant enough time for you to find a Breaking Bulk, or you want in?
I was vamping a little, I'll admit it.
I kind of have one. I'm sort of cheating the rules of the game a little bit, I think. But,
Imagine that. People twisting the rules of the game of Breaking Bulk.
Yeah.
On this show, in this economy.
If you pick less than an entire set, you're breaking the rules less than DJ did literally last week.
Yeah.
One time I picked a Pokemon card, so it's fine. My Breaking Bulk is a foil Kaladesh Black Uncommon.
Oval Chase Daredevil?
You got it.
Black?
It's a combo.
So it goes with Underworld Cookbook because you discard the Daredevil, make a food token, and bring a Daredevil back.
Yeah.
It now sees, rather Aspiring Spike posted some solid results with a red-green food Asmaranda Mardica Dice in the Kuldakar deck with a new card from Brothers War called Sarenth Steelseeker.
Woo! Just slipped that one on in there, did you?
Yeah, I practiced, don't worry. Sarenth Steelseeker...
Practice what? Saying Asmaranda Mardica Dice in the Kuldakar?
Correct. Sarenth Steelseeker says whenever artifact ETB is into your control, you look at the top card of your deck. If it's a land, you put it in your hand. Otherwise, you can put it in your graveyard. And it's a red-green artifact graveyard Asmo deck. Foil Overchase Daredevils were I think almost $10 when Modern Horizons 2 first dropped. And cards like $1 or $2 now. I still find them in bulk regularly, so pull those out. They actually have some potential to go up, too.
Pull out your foil Oval Chase Daredevils out of your bulk.
I will say this did get a reprint in Double Masters.
That's just more bulk you
As a
might
foil.
actually have, yeah.
Exactly.
So, I'm not saying don't pull those ones out, because, I still pull the normal version of this card out, too. But the foil version of the Double Masters one is under $1, so it is a little hard to find velocity on the Kaladesh version, I would say.
Do you guys hear that? DJ he rolls up his sleeves and manually pulls these.
He's like, oh, my sorting machine today found a couple Oval Chase Daredevils.
I still pull those out.
DJ's discovered a whole new kind of classism.
DJ set his picker at 3 cents, and it's like, are you sure?
What we need to do is we need to all break into DJ's house, disassemble his card sorting robot, and to redistribute the card sorter wealth. Everyone gets one part.
Seize the means.
I don't want to eat. Let's not turn this
Was he
into Inuyasha.
Voldemort? Why do we
Okay?
have to spread the pieces to the 4 winds?
All right.
And if you put them in every trash can around the city, it'll make a big smiley face.
All right. Well, let's attempt to move on from that. So, if you are listening to this podcast because you're a patron, you got it early. You went to patreon.com/BSP. You're getting this less than a week after Thanksgiving. If you're listening at youtube.com/Brainstorm Brewery or anywhere you get your podcasts, then it's already a week past Thanksgiving. Regardless, Black Friday has happened. It has come and gone, as has Small Business Saturday, as has Smaller Business Sunday, as has Cyber Monday, as
Minuscule business
Taco
Monday.
Tuesday, Women
As
Crush
has-
Wednesday.
Tiny Business Tuesday. Widow Business Wednesday.
God damn it.
Tiny Business Thursday.
I was Tuesday.
Freaky Friday.
Free Friday. Jamie Lee Curtis again.
Regardless,
Jamie
all
Lee
of
Curtis.
these,
You think she gets freaky on Fridays? And her husband's like, hey, how about some Freaky Friday? She's like, stop that.
all of these national holidays have come and gone.
Reference
National
Halloween.
holidays.
I'm in that now. I'm in Halloween. Nick
No.
Corbin, did you see Halloween?
Halloween ends, Halloween kills. Which one?
What do you know the names of the Halloweens?
Well, you're talking about the newer trilogy,
Yeah,
right?
the new ones. Why do you know all the names of the Halloweens? I'm like, new Halloween 1, new Halloween 2, and you're like,
No, it was Halloween.
Is Halloween ends or Halloween kills? I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
they're-
I just went to the theater and I was like, here's $5, Halloween. And they're like, cool.
You're such a
It was
boomer.
not
No movie
$5.
costs $5. Thank
Yes,
you,
it is. I
Cass.
go to matinees during the day while my kids are in school.
He's got Movie Pass.
Oh, I wish I had the foresight to buy Movie Pass. See, I mocked Movie Pass instead of buying it and like, this will never work. And then it could have worked for a whole year. I'm a dunce. Sometimes I'm too smart for my own good. And that's how I feel about Magic 30. So that's why I bought a bunch of it.
Well, let's talking about these holidays. Black Friday was typically a obviously big day for retailers. This year's a little different. We're in the United States, at least, in a recession, not a major catastrophe, but blah blah blah. Line goes down, at least for the moment. We don't know what that would mean for Black Friday. We don't know how any of this product fatigue, how the Magic 30 backlash, how any of this might affect things. So Black Friday has come and gone, and we have a little bit of insight that DJ wants to share. So this is pretty good stuff. Go ahead.
So I'm just coming at this from his perspective of a, I guess, whittle business. And I'm not like a big Star City style store, but historically, Black Friday has been a very big sale for TCGPlayer sellers, and that is because TCGPlayer generally has offered a kickback in the form of store credit for anybody who buys cards on that day, and it's normally been the biggest day of the year. I don't remember exactly, but I believe 2018 was the biggest kickback they've ever done. That was 15%. I sold more cards that day than like any other day previously on the entire platform. The big difference this year is they decided to, number one, not release the store credit percentage until the morning of. It was just a mystery. They were like, oh, well, we'll tell you how much you'll save once you've already decided to spend all your money elsewhere, which was a choice. It was one of the choices of the year. And the other component to this being a very normal retail day for me on the platform was that the bonus only applied to TCGPlayer Infinite subscribers. This is their, as I said, subscription program where you pay some number of dollars a month. I think it's 7 or 8, and you get free shipping, free track shipping on all direct orders. Your orders go out first at the day, so if you order at a certain point throughout the day, your order will go out before somebody else's who ordered the same day, and you get an increasing amount of base store credit back the longer you've been an Infinite subscriber. So if you've been an Infinite subscriber for like a year, you have 3% back on just all your purchases, and that stacks with the promotions they give normally. So normally it'll be like, 8% back for everybody on TCGPlayer Day, but subscribers get 11%. This Black Friday, it was only subscribers got that 15%, which meant that my sales were normal. I did not sell any high-end cards. Normally Black Friday is like a big day that I'll sell high-end cards because people who are looking to buy those $1,000 purchases that aren't Magic 30 packs, they'll be like, I'm planning on buying a Judge Cradle. I'll wait till Black Friday when I can get 10 or 15% back. That didn't happen. Nobody was really incentivized to go through the trouble of like subscribe to TCGPlayer Infinite, get the kickback, and then unsubscribe. Nobody really wants to go through that hassle.
Yeah. So what you're saying is there aren't many subscribers of the program in the first place.
Yeah, well, TCGPlayer would really like people to sign up for TCGPlayer Infinite, and if this is one way that people who were subscribed could have been rewarded, but they didn't really put people in a position where they could make that decision until afterward.
I mean, I think that a much better use of potential TCGPlayer Infinite subscription money is be like $8 a month times 12. You could get like a couple really nice Coalesce hoodies for that with our gift code.
Yeah,
Brainstorm
for $8
Brewery.
a month, that's the amount of money that you can make fun of somebody for paying it.
True.
And the other thing I heard about the TCGPlayer Black Friday event, if you want to call it that, I have a few friends that work at the warehouse downstairs, or not downstairs. I have a few friends who work at the TCGPlayer warehouse downtown, and they said it was not really more busy than a normal workday, which is a pretty big red flag. You could make some number of educated guesses about what this means for the eBay acquisition, whether or not like TCGPlayer felt incentivized to pump those numbers, get those big numbers up, get those big sales days up. Like maybe Chetty's like, "Oh, I already won. I don't need to spend more money on this Black Friday thing. I did a capitalism. I sold the company. We can coast." Maybe that's true. That's a lot of speculation, but I will say that as a seller on the platform, it was very frustrating to have what is supposed to be like my big holiday just be a normal sales day where I didn't do any more volume than usual.
That's a bummer, man.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal. What would you say is a normal bump for Black Friday in the past?
Like percentage-wise to normal sales?
Yeah.
I've had
Like,
Black
is it
Fridays
like
that are
double
triple
a normal
sales.
day?
I was gonna say
Is
like
it-
5 times more.
Yeah.
So
At
it's
least like 5 to 10 times more volume in cards.
When I was doing my peak TCGPlayer selling, a Black Friday happened, and I woke up the morning after, and I realized I was gonna be working like 16-hour days for the next 5 days just to ship stuff.
Dang.
Like it was a nightmare. I mean, it was a good nightmare, but like,
Yeah. Like we've had Kyle Lopez on this cast, and he's talked in Discord over the past few days. Like Black Friday is normally in his store a $100,000 day, like gross retail product moved by his store, and like that's just the scale of the collectible industry and like how many products move, just because we live in this society that has just developed this as like a conditioned response to Thanksgiving.
It is more of a holiday than Thanksgiving.
It's very
It's a
important for
coping
the
mechanism.
holiday because everybody needs to shore up bad fourth quarter sales.
yeah.
So having a fourth quarter blowout for people, so stores can report that one good day and save their quarter, helps stock prices, I think.
I think that's why it gets companies back in the black. That's why it's called Black Friday.
Yeah.
Yep, traditionally.
That's
Line
actually what
go up.
AC/DC's famous song is about, actually.
AC/DC's favorite song,
Famous song, Back in Black, is actually about reporting to shareholders.
I've Got Big Balls.
Yes.
These, it's all missing with me and DJ, I'll tell you that.
What?
That's
No,
fine.
I know who AC/DC is.
That's
Everyone
wasn't
knows
bar,
the song
dude.
Back in Black.
Yes. Corbin, they've probably played it in a hockey game you've been to. Like,
That's 100% true.
Okay.
Is Corbin claiming not to know who AC/DC is?
No.
Corbin.
Corbin.
Everyone knows who AC/DC is.
We've never
Not
heard the song
everyone
Back in
knows
Black.
this.
Corbin, they opened for Imagine Dragons. You can't do this to us.
They played
They
that song
did
like 6
not.
times in Iron Man.
I believe you. I just don't know what it is.
It's in the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
It's in the zeitgeist. Speaking of, I learned something new recently. Are you all familiar with Whamageddon?
Yes, I'm aware of Whamageddon.
Is this like a Toyota-thon thing?
No, you try to go all as long into December as you can without hearing "Last Christmas" by Wham.
Is that true, Corbin? Like, is he...
Is that what that is?
He's
I've
correct.
had multiple years where I've just like made it through the month.
He's correct. Yes.
What's the song?
This
Is it
or
Last
by Wham.
Christmas I gave you? Is that the one?
Yep.
Yeah, Wham.
I got in there before December started. It's fine.
I went back and watched a music video for that, and it is it's something from the '80s. It's very '80s. DJ, that's the song, yes?
Yes. I am familiar with Cass's jingle.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Unlocked a core memory for me, yes.
Okay. Yes. Apparently, it's a thing to see how far you can go without hearing that, and of course, you can try to get people. It's very similar, as I understand it, to the unfolding doubloon economy on TikTok.
Oh, no,
I have
Corbin.
so many doubloons. The thing about doubloons on TikTok is you can just say you have them and nobody can argue it.
I thought they could. I thought it
They
was
could
like
steal 'em.
It's honor
what is
system.
Well, no,
It's
I
honor
thought it was
system,
like
and the only honor I have is I can just lie, baby. I can just be
There's
like,
no
I got-
honor among thieves with a doubloon-based economy.
I got millions of doubloons. You know how I got them? Well, fuck off. Don't ask. Someone doesn't get doubloons.
Don't ask me
until-
about me doubloons.
Thank you.
I thought this
It's
was
none
gonna
of
be like a
your
game thing.
business.
Where like if you see a TikTok that like tells you lose them, then you lose them or whatever.
That's correct. Yes. They steal your doubloons. You gotta swipe.
Unfortunate.
You gotta swipe through that video before they get to the part where they say your doubloons all belong to me.
I
Wait, they
look
can
at,
take
like,
all your doubloons?
I don't know, Jason.
I look at probably 300 TikToks a day. It's a real issue.
That's too
I've-
many.
I've never seen a TikTok referencing doubloons. I've only seen the Twitter thread about them.
I have a 6-year-old. She's funnier than TikTok and more chaotic.
My TikTok is just cooking videos and videos of dogs, and I watch it while I'm on the toilet.
Yeah, same.
And I have bad gut bacteria, as we've established, so
Yeah, I was thinking the other day about the internet.
go on.
What? Corbin, you're not a real person.
How many hundreds of years old are you?
So the other day I was Jerry. The other day I was sitting there. I was thinking about the internet, and I was like, "What are doubloons,
Listen,
Jerry?"
how did we get here? Did cats?
How did
just
we
stop-
get it?
Did cats just stop being funny?
Cats are still funny. I have two
Cats
of them.
are
They're excellent.
hilarious.
I learned. So think about the first meme on the internet. Really, it was the baby, the dancing baby. That was like the meme. And even today, there's still references to that. It's all the same stuff, just rehashed over and over again.
I've had a theory about this of how many memes are there when you can every mechanic is kicker, but every meme is X.
Well, it's like the Gilgamesh thing, right? There's only 12 stories you can tell, and Gilgamesh
Yeah.
did them all. So what's the point? There's only 12 memes. There's dancing baby, cat can has cheeseburger, all your bases belong to us in the game, and that's it.
The Room.
Oh, hi, Mark.
So I miss the days where a meme stuck around for a while.
Yeah.
Boomer.
There
Like,
was
we were.
the
Remember
30 to 50
when
feral
people would
hog.
quote SNL for the whole week until another SNL episode? That doesn't happen anymore.
People
That's
quoted Monty
because-
Python for 20 years.
Yeah, exactly, because there wasn't another meme. Now the internet, you blow through a thing in a day. It's donezo.
I have a good friend, and it was her birthday, and she was like, for my birthday, my present is I want to sit and watch a movie with you, put our phones down, and just really vibe and hang out. And I was like, I'm super into that. Movie's over, we get on our phones, and the 30 to 50 feral hogs meme has come and gone in that 2 hours. It just showed up, everyone posted it into the ground, and nothing was funny anymore. It was a 2-hour meme cycle.
And then the next day, you're like, feral hogs. And everyone's like,
What the fuck are you talking about,
that was
loser?
yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Today we're
perpetually
talking
the
about Soup
person who
Dad.
shows up late to the
Jesse,
Reddit
what the
thread.
fuck are you talking about? See, we can use memes to reference how long memes are.
God.
I was thinking
You
about
know,
the internet. That's all.
Back in my day, we were passing around VHS copies of the Star Wars Holiday Special. And I don't think I'm that old.
You know, we as human beings were not meant to hear this many opinions and see this many words a day. At most, you were supposed to walk into town to buy some bread and talk to the blacksmith and maybe hear like a traveling merchant story about the town over. And that is all you're supposed to hear. Everything beyond that is just poison to your brain.
Yes.
The newspaper is when people lost their mind.
The town crier.
Okay, now we need to back it up there, Jason. We're getting a little journalism
This is all
here.
It's all Gutenberg's fault.
I don't think I like where this one's going.
Instead of killing Hitler, I'm just gonna like smash the first printing press. Like that's where we.
Dude, that would be an incredible what if episode.
Are you trying to stifle free speech? I'm just making copies of the Bible. Yeah, and you're gonna make a bunch of copies of these fucking things, and then they'll be in every hotel room.
DJ wants to head off Fox News, so he smashes a printing press and ends up in the Inquisition or whatever for destroying religious materials.
You know, there would be no climate change if we were still killing people as witches right now. I think about that every day about how we've never discovered.
Think about that every day. I think about that
every day. If we could still accuse a woman of being a witch and kill her, society would not have progressed, and we would solve climate change. So I think. If I had a time machine, I wouldn't smash a printing press. I would double down. I would like really encourage people that are doing the witch trials, because there had to be like a moment where they're like, this seems pretty unpopular. If I was like, yeah, woo, witch trials, love it, they'd be like, you know what, that guy thinks it's good.
Listen, I don't know about you, but for the longest time.
Corbin, I'm just picturing Jason like leaning against a tree with a big gulp.
Yeah.
Jason, I got a quick question for you. Your beard looks a little red, right?
Yeah.
You got any Irish in your ancestry?
Are you a witch?
Are you asking if I'd like some?
No,
Is he a witch?
You wouldn't be welcome at the witch trials because you're Irish.
I would shave the beard.
Yeah, dude. Okay. Oregon is for the longest time. All I knew about.
You think they're gonna talk about my beard if they see me in a tracksuit?
Look, for the longest time, all I knew about the Salem witch trials is that was what Oregon was known for. And yeah, Oregon? You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it there. All right, it is time for what DJ, who is famously anti-segments, has dubbed simply the MTGstocks Game.
Yes.
And it has a witty jingle. Oh, just kidding. It doesn't, because it doesn't have a segment name. It's called the MTGstocks Game.
The MTGstocks Game.
MTGstocks, of course, the generous sponsor of this podcast. But DJ, tell us, what is the MTGstocks Game? TM.
Well,
Corbin, we should have a contest to come up with the best MTGstocks Game theme song.
Corbin, if I'm gonna answer that, I have to know what MTGstocks is.
It's a generous sponsor of this podcast, where you can go for the best financial information across Magic and Pokemon around the entire internet. You can even check out the premium side of the website, which will bring you expanded alerts, give you trends, highlight underpriced cards. You can set price alerts. It gives you the best insights and tracking, I would say, of any financial resource out there. That's why we use them. That's why we tell you to use them. We're very happy to be partnered with them. And now
all of our professional endeavors, I think, right, Corbin?
Pretty much, yeah. And
I use it because it loads slightly faster than Goldfish.
Okay, that's one thing to say.
That's a selling point.
It piques the interest. What might the MTGstocks Game be?
Excellent question. So, MTGstocks on Twitter, if you follow them there, every now and again they will post a cycle of 5 cards across 2 tweets, because Twitter is a monster and they don't let you post 5 pictures in a single tweet, which is what Magic players just need. Like, we'd pay $8 for that, I think. Anyway, there's a lot of cycles in Magic: white, blue, black, red, green cards. Sometimes some of them are multicolor, some of them are not. But a lot of them vary wildly in price. Sometimes we have cycles where one card is $1, the other card in the cycle is $30. This is a game where I bring up a cycle of cards, and then everybody has to rank them in descending price order. We've done the Ikoria Triomes in the past. Those were fun to guess. Today we have the Fifth Dawn Beacons. These are cards that cycle themselves into the owner's deck after you cast them.
Oh, Jesus. They all have 35 reprints.
Beacon of Immortality, Beacon of Unrest, Beacon of
Creation's the most expensive.
Green's the most expensive for sure.
It's green. Ooh, it's green, white, blue,
What's
red,
the red
black.
One? What's the red one?
Because the blue one was reprinted
Black is a bulk rare because it
Yeah.
literally just
Black's been
got
reprinted. It's been reprinted a lot.
a million times.
Yeah.
I think white might be more expensive than blue because blue was in Speed versus Cunning. I think it was also a mystery booster.
Yeah, but white one doubles life total. That's actually
Yeah, that's why I think it
Insane.
might be
That one's
it's
worth
probably
money.
green, white, blue, red, black.
black. That's what I said. Yeah, I think that's my pick.
I think we got a consensus here, DJ. That sounds about right to me.
Well, for starters, you're all right about the black one. The black one was put in 5th Dawn, 10th Edition, Plane Chase, Arch Enemy, C16, Commander 2019, Double Masters, and the Warhammer decks. And yet it is still worth more than the red one, because the red one just does 5 damage to a target, and it's crash. Actually,
With
yeah.
no printing, only one printing. The
It's
red
just
one.
that. It's just that. bad.
they were all in 10th edition, so they all have 5th Dawn 10th edition,
Yeah.
and the red one was in dual decks, Mind versus Might.
Well, look. At least speaking of unrest, I mean, it's worth nothing. It's easy, kind of like scoff at, but it's a good card.
It's such
Yeah.
a good card.
yeah.
The black one being able to reanimate artifacts is a very
Yes.
weird thing that comes up
Yeah.
sometimes. You're like, oh, stole your Platinum Angel. What? Yes, it can do that.
But the green one is playable outside of EDH.
What?
No, it's just
No.
an
Speaking
EDH
of creation,
card. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
it
an EDH card.
it's legacy.
No, it's not.
It's a legacy card.
Jason, it's not 2014.
I think you're talking about 2008. I think was the last time that card was legacy playable.
Oh, so good in 2008.
My God.
Dude, 2008
Anyway.
we're calling for Goblin Lackey's band.
Someone call in a wellness check on Jason. He's having flashbacks.
On MTG Salvation forums, yes.
miss those
Beacon of
forums.
Immortality is 3rd place.
Wow.
Third.
I would have
Yep.
thought more.
Wow.
Beacon of
I thought more,
Immortality's
right?
around $3 or $4. It had a mystery booster printing and Explorers of Ixalan printing.
I
which
was
is that
gonna
weird-
say green, blue, white, red, black.
I thought blue was
Beacon
worth
Tree.
nothing.
No, blue
Blue
is
is an extra
around
term,
$5.
right?
I mean, it's a little bit more
Okay.
than the white one. So
Beacon
it's
It used to
not.
be like
Beacon of
20s.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a hot minute where the blue one was worth a lot more, and then Beacon of Creation is the winner at more than all of the other ones combined, which is just. If you're not a Commander player and you see this card being worth that much money, you will be confused. Because it has no reprints.
If you're a legacy player, you get it.
That's true. All legacy players are like, got my 4 Beacon of Creations. I am ready to beat Uro.
it works
Well,
with
after
Grist.
they printed Yavamea, it's never been.
Well,
easy
listen.
to
If
get
if
out.
you're not taking the initiative, you're not playing Legacy correct.
That's true. Those cards are messed up.
Dude, I don't even know if you all like. That's a statement that if you say to a lot of people who play Magic and consider themselves Magic players, they won't know what you mean.
Minsk and Boo really fucked up Legacy, and you're like, what?
That's not even the card that's fucking things up now.
No, you just got to. You have to take the
You
initiative.
have to take the initiative.
Uro
Yeah.
too slow.
I want to do my pick of the week first. to be
All right.
clear.
Well, let's head on into pick of the week.
Pick of the week, pick of the week, pick of the week. Time for the pick of the week.
Cass, you can start it off. What do you got?
So, because of the initiative being so good, my pick of the week is Dress Down from Modern Horizons 2. The card's like $1, maybe $2.
Yeah.
I think it is the best tool in Legacy for beating the initiative decks if you are a Force of Will Dress Down deck. I think that is like one of the best ways to beat them. It's good against their Stoneforges too. You can play it on their end step, untap, and play Uro on turn 3 and just have an Uro in play. I think the card's underplayed in Modern. It kills 0/0 construct tokens, which I'm sure we're going to see more of moving forward.
It just feels unique as an effect to me.
It's humility for one turn.
Yeah.
And it's like, and he does make them 1/1s, but it's like, it's the only other card in Magic that does something similar to it really is humility. And it's a blue card.
What's
it
the
draws
other one?
a
The
card.
thing that makes them all O2s, but that doesn't even on equip.
Sudden spoiling,
Yeah.
Someone got me with that the other night.
That's a good
Like,
card. and
all the
it's
Sudden Spoiling was
paints
worth
it.
something before it got
Yeah.
reprinted a bunch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It still kind of is.
Sure.
Correct.
Like, Dress Down has multi-format appeal. People should play it in Commander more, should play it in Legacy more, should play it in Modern more, and it's in Modern Horizons 2, which eventually they have to stop printing it, right?
Eventually, yeah.
I would love it if Ignoble Hierarch could get above a fucking $1. Like, I have so many of those.
Yeah.
I'm like, Ignoble Hierarch should not be worth less than $8. Wow, Ignoble Hierarch should be worth less than $5. You know what?
I
It should be
remember
worth less than 3. There's no way. So I'm just like,
they spoiled that card, and I, like, went on the internet, and I bought 4 copies for, like, $10 a piece, and I was like, I am doing great. This card's going to be so expensive. It's Noble Hierarch. Time makes fools of us all.
So does Rin in 6.
Yeah.
Fair.
All right. My pick is was previewed a little early in the MTGBSB Discord, where you can access for as little as $1 a month, which is basically nothing.
Basically, an ignoble hierarch a month.
Yeah, it's one ignoble hierarch a month. How can you not afford that? My pick of the week is War of Invention. I have sold so many copies of this card at $3.
Yeah.
There's a very, very big direct premium on this card that goes really quickly to 8 or something like that last I checked. It got a mystery booster printing, and then it was also in the Secret Lair coin flip deck, which is how I sold a bunch of them, because those ones couldn't go direct, so they all just, like, went at $3.
It was also in the, like, the weird cartoon Secret Lair, right?
Yeah, it's the D&D art one, I think.
Yeah, I think we talked a little bit on this cast. I think, Cass, you had a artifact base pick one of the last 2 weeks, and it's just, we're going into Brothers War. It's going to be an artifact a year. Just get all that shit.
I noticed that, like, Tezzeret Master of the Bridge is suddenly a $20 card.
Yep.
Yeah.
And this is in the same sort of line of people are just building artifact things. They're getting the Brothers War precons, and they're adding cards to them that are not in those precons.
Yep. Artifacts. I'm going to top DJ. Last week his pick was a set. I'm going to pick every artifact card. You type artifact into Scryfall, you get 17,856 things. And it's all 17,856 of those.
If you get them as an index.
Tempting Contract on the basis of Kibo Ukatabi Prince, babies. Tempting Contract is a $2 card that does not know it's a $5 card. I love Tempting Contract. And you can give them tokens, and if they crack them, and you draw a card.
Oh, this card's sweet, actually, yeah.
You put counters on your apes. You do all kind of stuff. Kibo is a lot of fun. So on the
this card also has a nice direct
thinking
premium.
That'll be the biggest one in the set. I think Tempting Contract and Viridian Revel probably goes back up again. Everybody will forget what happened last time.
All right, I'm going to hit you all with the rarest of picks, but one I like. The standard pick. Brutal Cathar is very good.
How many wild cards is this going to go to?
1. It's going to go to 1, DJ. But if you want the alternate art, it'll take another 4.
Wow. Wild card.
Brutal Cathar is $3. It's just extremely.
You gotta let me explain
good.
why I made that noise. Everyone's gonna think I'm an idiot.
No, I just don't think you're an idiot. Corbin, go ahead.
You're good. Now, there's lots of different versions of this card you can look at
dare you.
that are around $3 to $4, and I'm a big fan of it. It's been creeping up, and it's just extremely good everywhere.
It sees Pioneer play. And I know DJ made a joke about how nobody plays Standard except on Arena, but a lot of Standard cards have a lot of export pressure because in primarily Japan, people play a lot of Standard still. A lot of Standard cards export well.
Didn't they also just have a big, like a huge Pioneer tournament in Japan, though?
Yeah, they also do. I mean, people play a lot of Magic and LGS in Japan.
And future events will be Standard as well, I'm sure. So
because they have public transportation.
That is actually one of the biggest reasons, Jason, yes.
All right. Well, there you go, everybody. You got 4 picks of the week, and if you want to look at the bonus picks of the week from Jason, you have 4 plus 17,000 something. Look at it this way: you could own every artifact in Magic and just keep them in 3.
It's an index.
It's an index fund.
You just keep them in 3 or 5-row boxes. You're set. It's just a tiny little corner of your closet.
If you're keeping your collection in boxes, I'll forgive you for everything else.
I
sleeved everything and put those sleeves in a binder.
Put them in the 3-ring binders too.
Yes.
Real crusty old pages.
Stuck together.
A+.
Ring damage on the edge of every card.
I had a guy when I was working in LGS. He came in and he was like, "Hey, I have this near mint set of Unlimited. What should I do with it?" And he puts a 3-ring binder on the table, and I open it up and I'm like, "Well, the first card in the top left corner is not near mint, and it's your Black Lotus." had a nice deep binder ding.
Oof.
Yeah.
Big
Hate
oof.
to see it.
Don't use 3-ring binders. That was a joke. For legal reasons, I must say that was a joke.
You don't want to get sued by Ultra Pro.
I don't
Ultra
know.
Pro, please sponsor us. Your binders don't damage cards. It's everyone
true.
else's.
That's true.
It's people going to Office Max and buying a binder there.
The halcyon days of binders were the old monster binders. The old monster binders fucked so hard.
Yeah.
What do you mean by old?
So they changed the type of plastic they use and like the design of them. I think in like 2018 maybe. I have like 10 sealed old ones in my closet still, and they are just like the best binder. I don't use binders anymore, but like I just like having them.
Are you talking about the ones where you can like scratch your nails on them and it makes a weird sound?
No, those are the bad ones. I mean, I can grab one. I think they're over there. I don't know.
Because
No,
this
like
was
the
like
old-
2015 then.
Yeah, but like you're giving people advice for like
Don't
if you're
use
ever-
binders. Don't use binders.
Don't use binders.
Again, don't use
If
binders.
you ever get that time machine working and you don't want to go after a printing press and you decide to go after the binder change instead, you know exactly what to do. But
I'm gonna
if
get
you,
I'm gonna get a machine called the binder grinder, and I'm gonna grind them all up.
if you are like the rest of us and you're looking towards the future, not the past, well, then you can look forward to this episode coming out around the world, and then you can, while you're listening to this, prepare yourself for next week's episode of Brainstorm Brewery,
He's
which
lost.
will also be coming in the future.
You're lost, Corbin. Just take us out, man.
Thank you for
Just because
listening.
you're driving the bus doesn't mean it needs to go over a cliff.
Thank you for listening, everybody. We were going so fast, we just couldn't
shut
stop.
up. So like, I might take a wrong turn. I might stop at the wrong kid's house. I might drop the kid off in the middle of the street.
None of
you know
that's
what?
Tell
okay.
everyone that kid's
None of that
address.
is okay. You shouldn't do that.
But
DJ,
Wait.
the last time you drove the bus, I had to leave early because it took so long.
But you know what? You know what I don't do? I don't fall asleep at the wheel like Corbin does. I preserve most of the kids on the bus. Corbin's risking all of our lives here.
You got to risk it for the biscuit.
Play me out, Corbin.
Corbin listens to too much country. He's like, Jesus will take the wheel. No, he won't. You know who else thought that? Dale Earnhardt. Now I got a bunch of sad Texans.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next week. JJ, have
We
fun
just
with
alienated half our listeners.
that. Yeah, have fun with that, JJ.
What an absolute unmitigated disaster.